attention. These rooms are bigger. You might have fewer rooms, but the rooms are so much bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And this room right here, we've got it with a vaulted ceiling. So it's going to look even bigger instead of it being at an 8-foot ceiling. It's going to be cathedral style.
Okay.
And this is going to be really, really big.
Okay.
This deck is 12 feet wide by 18. If we were to cover the roof, the shingles, and the decking and the framing, you see how this, you see how this is what the side elevation looks like. And this is the front porch. We've made the front porch much bigger than what you had, so you can sit out on there.
Okay.
And you've got handrails. But what I wanted to point out to you, see, this porch is here, but the roof structure, for you to tie a roof back onto another roof, this is a bunch of materials. This is a bunch, all this material, even though this is the only floor space you have, because the roof angles back, you've got to come with this much roof space. And all this material costs so much money, the shingles, the plywood decking, the rafters, you see what I'm saying? Now this, you know, it's crazy. Wear glasses and you put them on top of your head. Okay, now, this front porch is 8 feet. And you see how big this roof section gets, just because it's 8 feet from here to the front of your wall, where your porch right now is only like 4 feet. We've doubled the size of your porch, okay? So what I'm getting at, this is only 8 feet, and you see how much roof section this is? For us to cover from here to here is 12 feet, which means we would have a roof section coming out even farther on the back. That's going to cost so much more money that it's going to blow the bid out of the water, and automatically, because they've already gotten an estimate. They know an idea how much it's going to cost. I'm afraid that we're going to draw so much attention, they're going to go, wait a minute. You know, this can't be the same house, you know, that we took down. The only thing that I think we can possibly do, instead of giving you a 12 by 18, right now you've got a 12 by 18 deck. We would have to cut it down maybe to 10 feet by 12 feet. And then maybe, instead of paying the money that would have gone for this decking on the floor, cut the sides down, and use that money to put a roof over it and then roof the whole area. Does that make sense to you? Then you'd have...
Would it be bigger like the patio?
It'd still be, even if we cut it down, it'd still be bigger than the patio.
Oh, okay. As long as I can...
I'll have to trust you on that. I don't know what the size of the patio is. I can't remember.
It was enough that I can put my treadmill and the barbecue grill and the table out there.
Now, if we roof that, you don't want to put a grill on it.
Oh, no, I wouldn't put the grill, but be able to... I got to exercise.
No, I understand. Now, there's 2 or 3 options we can do here. If we do this roof area, and it's going to kind of cut down on the sunlight coming into your kitchen, although you are now going to have a window here.
Okay.
You will get some sunlight, but you're going to have a roof over this section. So it's going to somewhat block the sunlight that's coming in through the sliding glass door. You see what I'm saying? That's my only problem about roofing it like that.
So now this won't be as bigger?
No. What I'm proposing that we would do, instead of it coming out 12 feet, we would come out 10 feet. This is on a quarter-inch scale, so it would stop right there, and then it would stop right here, so that you would be looking at a section like this, but it'd be covered with roof. You're going to get some sunlight through here and here and here, and it's going to come back in there, but it's not going to be direct sunlight beating in here.
Oh.
You know, which, you know, frankly, in the summertime, that'll be kind of good because it will kind of create some shade so you won't, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling you, it's not going to be as bright as it could have been, but you are going to get a covered, that's the only way that I see you can make it work, to put a roof over that section.
So if you cut it down, so would this be able to put a window there?
That is a window.
Oh, it is.
You'll have a window
Oh,
there.
okay.
That's going to have, you're going to have light into that utility room.
Oh.
You're going to have this sliding glass, and then we
That-
can cover this, so at least you can go out there on a rainy day and
Okay.
screen porch it.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
But I can't
Do it that big.
I can't do it that big because that's going to blow it'll cost $5,000 just to put the roof on that.
Oh, no, no, no.
And that then
If
the red flags go up,
Mhm.
then they're going to come in here and go over the whole thing with a fine tooth comb and say, wait a minute, that's 1,200 square feet. I mean, it's 200 square feet bigger now than it already was. What's going on here?
Okay.
I don't want to walk into any kind of trouble like that because you are going to get a bigger, nicer home. It's going to be worth 3 times what everybody else is in the neighborhood.
Well, and keep in mind too, Ms. Tinch, that this room right here,
Mhm.
because of the way the ceilings are done in this room's going to be huge.
Oh.
Yeah,
I mean, it is
over the
going to be
cathedral ceiling.
huge.
Okay.
Because where you had an 8-foot ceiling right here and it was all flat,
Mhm.
the ceiling in that room now is going to be peaked like this.
Okay.
So when you walk into this room right here, I mean, this is going to be a tremendous amount of room.
While we're talking about options here, one thing that came up in our previous discussion that is somewhat concerning me. I know you wanted to save your French doors.
Well, he decided to do the little.
I know, but the problem with that is you then will only be able to use half of the space, because when this door slides to here, you'll only be able to slide a chair here. Then if you want to get to the other side, you're going to have to come out and slide both doors this way to get to this side. And this is a whole built-in counter. My recommendation is, if you like the look of the French door, my recommendation is we take that door and we swing it on this. So you have a French door, so when it's closed you can see glass, and if you want to look down the hall you can use that as one half of the French door. And well, I don't know that you want anybody looking into your utility room, but I wouldn't recommend that. That's the only thing that concerns me about trying to salvage the French door, because it's my understanding you wanted to use the nook as like a desk computer space.
Yeah, because I don't have anywhere to put the computer.
And it makes sense to me, and this will be a beautiful little nook,
Mhm.
but do you really want to be fumbling with the door? Oh, wait a minute, I got to slide the door, and then here's how I would envision it. Pretend this is a wall right here, and this is the end of this is about all you're going to have, and then the edge of the door is going to be right here. You see what I'm saying? That's about all you're going to have, where if you wanted to slide down and work on this a little bit of the counter, you know what I mean? If you have your computer in front of you and then you want to write on something over here and get away from your keyboard, you are restricted laterally by virtue of that door being there. See, the door will slide by it. This door will slide behind that door will slide in front of that door.
So what you're saying, to have doors that open?
Here's the problem. You can't use these doors in that fashion. If you use a bifold door, they can bifold, but then they'll accordion and hang in about a foot on each side. I would not even, to me, I wouldn't even put a door there. I'd just put a cased opening, and then I would just keep the space neat, and that's like a little nook. I think it looks cool just open myself. That's what I would do. But, you know, trying to use those doors, those French doors, really restricts you in that space there. That's
He was talking about the doors like sliding like this.
They will, and that's how they are, but what the chief's getting at is, in other words, there'll always be a door in half that opening.
Oh, okay.
So, if you open it up, you're only going to have 3 feet of opening. You'll only be able to use 3 feet of your counter at a time.
I got a doctor's appointment.
So that's a 6-foot opening.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. See, instead of you having 6 feet, you're only going to have the use of 3 feet, and your chair is going to take up, with armrest, is going to take up 24 to 28 inches. So you're only going to have 3 inches on either side between the edge of the opening and the edge of the door.
But I was trying to find somewhere to put the computers in the junk.
That's a beautiful idea.
Oh, okay.
No, that idea, that's great.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you, the architect, whoever came up with that, that is a perfect place to do it. The only thing I'm saying, you either got to leave it all open, or you're going to have to go with bifold doors, because
Bifold doors.
Bifold, where they like accordion.
Oh.
They'll like this, and then they'll
fold down.
Fold down and slide to the
Okay.
edge, but you're still going to lose about a foot on each end. You'll get 4.5 feet of use out of and you'll have to operate out of the dead center.
Okay.
You can do that. If you
Yeah.
want to close it, then we need to use bifolds and not use those sliding doors right there.
Oh, okay.
I mean those French doors. If you want, we could put one of the French doors in here.
Okay.
If you like that look, you know, we could salvage that and just tell them put a mortise and hinge into a solid jam.
Yeah, took that to the trash. Them French doors.
Say again?
Oh yeah, the French door, those?
They got it.
Yeah, those are gone.
Oh, they are?
Mm-hmm. We wasn't gonna be able to reuse them anyway.
Okay, well then fine. Well, let's just put this with bifolds and be done with it.
Okay.
If you want to be able to close the nook off, right? Okay. Well, get initial. Is this the final draft? That's the.
This is the final, because this has got all the, this has got the elevations on it, the wall section details, the foundation, and the floor plan.
Just put in.
So the only thing we'll have to do is come in here and,
Cut down to it. 10 by 12 sun screen porch. Just call it covered. Okay.
10 foot by 12 foot covered.
All right. And then make another note. We'll just change it. You don't have to write it on the plan, but it's got to go in my spec.
Type 3, 3 foot by 6 foot French door slider solid. So
Now that needs to change
We'll
to a
change
bifold.
bifold.
That does not need to be louvered, and I wouldn't just put. Did he call for raised panel masonite door on the regular doors?
6 panel solid.
6 panel solid. Then put a matching panel bifold is what we want. All right.
Yeah, 6 panel bifold.
And just initial off on each page of the floor plan so we can go with it.
I'll call Beelan today and get those changes made.
I'm going to spec the house so that the whole problem that you had all started with the plumbing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm convinced that big tree,
Mm-hmm.
the taproot got into the sewage,
Okay.
and that's what started your whole problem, choking off your sewage line and that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm adamant about taking the tree down.
Okay.
Another problem is your house was built too low to the ground and it was drawing all that moisture. That's where all the mold and stuff was coming from. We're going to build this thing up high enough so it's going to be up off the ground, so you're going to keep it dry underneath the house, okay? So we're going to call for a 32-inch clearance minimum on the in the clear. Let me see, I got 4 times 8 is 32. It's going to be a 36-inch clear. Put a catwalk. Oh, you stole my pen?
I borrowed it while you wasn't looking.
I got that for Christmas.
If I was stolen, I wouldn't have gave it back.
Yeah, you would have. You just appropriated it temporarily.
Borrowed it temporarily.
Borrowed. I got to run.
Okay.
Take care. And as soon as we go, this is one thing. Ms. Tinchin and I spoke at the house about her going in for surgery. We need to get colors selected.
Mm-hmm.
It would be best if we picked my recommendation is we paint the trim. If you went with an off-white trim and then just pick different wall colors.
Mm-hmm.
I also recommend that we spec out, it's called eggshell finish, not the flat.
Yeah.
The eggshell finish.
An eggshell, a satin, and a
wash.
gloss.
Well, you could wash and you get spots off of it, and it just holds up a lot better.
Okay.
But we need to get a color palette. We need to get she needs to pick the main things: exterior brick, color on the side and in the trim,
Mm-hmm.
and then interior. And we need a paint schedule. So if, like, all this needs to be all one common color, the wall in here, everything in here. But then if you want to change the bedrooms, do different there, you know, you're certainly welcome to do that. But because what we want to do is print up a paint schedule for the contractor where there's no questions. And this is the paint chip, you know, this goes with it.
Now, would the house be put in the same spot or be moved back a little bit?
Pretty much, will you want it back? Is there some issue to move back?
No, I was just wondering.
It's going to have to pretty much, from what the architect told me, we're pretty tight on some of the sidelines. That's why we were tight about this or that. Now, going back, I don't know. The farther we go back, the more expensive it gets on driveway. That becomes an issue because then it's more yards of concrete. I'd rather put the money in the house than the driveway.
You got a copy of this, right?
Yes.
Okay, what I would do is, if you want to go by like Sherwin-Williams and look at their paint colors, is just label it like bedroom 3 is this color.
Okay.
Bedroom 2.
But bring us the sample. I don't want to look.
Yeah, no, give us a sample. What I'm going to do is generate a form that says bedroom 1, Sherwin-Williams, model number, this color, and then I'm going to staple the color next to it.
Okay.
And you initial off.
And then we'll all sign it, and then when it goes out for bid, the contractor gets...
He gets a notebook. It'll be in a 3-ring binder, and it comes with dividers.
Yeah.
Bedroom 1, here's a spec sheet. Bedroom 2, spec sheet. Bedroom, you know.
Then you'll get a copy, they'll get a copy, we'll have a copy, so when we go to do an inspection...
I got to run. I'm sorry, I'm running late. This guy's going to scream at me.
Well, when we get there with an inspection, we'll open up the book and look at the colors and go, bang, that ain't right.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to call Beelan today and get him to make that change.
In other words, this just won't be big like this is. It'll just be cut down narrow size.
Yeah. What we're going to do is cut down on the size and then use the money that would have been spent to frame that extra to put the roof on.
Oh, okay.
Because so it's still going to be bigger than the patio you had.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's 10 feet by 12 feet. Your patio probably wasn't. You know, it may have been maybe 6 feet by 8. You know, whatever it was. But you saw him pick it up with that. That was your patio.
Yeah.
So. You know, it wasn't that big, but that's still 10 by 12 is a big deck.
Okay.
So, so that's what we're going to do there, and then that way it's saving us that extra square footage. We'll use it to put up on the roof.
Okay.
And then he'll change those doors out.
So what are the wooden heater? I didn't decide what wooden heater we're going to do all that or.
When what?
The wooden heater.
Oh, the wooden heater. I thought he said we were going to put right here, or wherever you want it. You tell me where you want it.
He told me he just suggested one part where. Yeah, I see this better.
I mean, you tell me where you want it. Where you want it put on there.
Okay, so this is the front door, right?
Yeah.
And he was talking about right
Can we,
here.
like, put labels on it?
No, you can't. This is the actual plan.
Well, no, I mean, we can put because what we're going to have to do is, wherever that goes in, they're going to have to run the vent pipe up for it.
Oh, okay.
So I'll have him mark it on the plan, you know, wood heater goes here. What I'm going to have him do is I'm going to call him today and make these changes.
Okay.
And tell him to re-email them to me.
Okay.
And then when I get the email, I'll print it out. And what I'll have him do is I'll have him put a signature page on the cover.
Okay.
So I'll have your name with a line, the chief's name with a line.
Okay.
And then we'll all sign when it's all
Okay.
corrected.
All right. So this is the only open wall, right?
Well, you got this wall, you got some space. Well, this is in your dining room. You got a little space right there. I don't know if it's big enough. Or you can go on this side right here. You know, you can really either go here or you can go here.
Because this is when you walk in.
Uh-huh.
And then you're going to see right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
This one put it over there.
Let's see in the dining room, though.
Yeah, I mean, it can either go on this wall here, or it can go this wall here. This isn't, well, there's a window right there. You've got some wall space right here.
I think it'll be better.
Right there?
Right there. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So.
You see that, right?
When you first walk in the door, you look to like the right side and then wooden heater. Okay.
Yeah, it'll basically be in between these two windows, because you got a window sits here.
Okay, that'll be good, because it was sitting in between the door and the, okay.
So what I'll do is I'll tell him to make a notation there that the wood-burning stove gets reinstalled there.
Okay.
And then I'll tell him to shrink that, change
he was
the...
saying if I had it here, if I had it here, then the heat will...
Yeah, the heat will be pulled down this hallway.
Leave it right there.
But see, that's kind of the beauty of having this door here, because if you're just hanging out in here, you can shut that door and keep all the heat in here.
Okay, all right, okay.
Is pretty much why this
Okay.
was put here.
Okay, all right, we'll do that. We'll leave it like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, what I'll do is I'll call him.
I had the colors of the house, and I had given to Broman, because I'm not gonna change.
We going up the Lowe's.
Going to the Lowe's?
They got colors up there.
I'm going with the best paint, Sherwood. Sherwood is the best paint. Okay, we'll get on the paint.
Yeah, just, put it how you want it. Master bedroom, these colors.
Okay.
And, get those little sample charts and bring those.
So when will I go to the bricks?
Is the house gonna be all brick or just the front part?
All brick. Except for the gables. The ends is where it goes up in the peak, that won't be, but, so you'll need to pick an exterior color for,
The
yeah, in other words, when you get up, see, the whole house will be brick, but when it goes up into these gables, this is all concrete siding.
Okay.
So you'll need to have a, a trim color,
Okay.
and then whatever color you want this.
Okay. Okay. I like this here, so I can't get a copy of this. This is nice.
Yeah, this is the last one that he sent me, so, yeah, I'll get you a copy after the changes are made,
Okay.
because what he'll do is this deck right here,
Oh, okay.
like right here, it'll show a roof on here, on the
Oh,
next one
okay.
he sends.
Oh,
Because
okay.
he's gonna shorten that deck and then put the roof on it.
So that means that the house will be elevated higher?
No, it's gotta be higher than what it was, yes.
Okay.
But, just to add this back here, it won't be.
Oh, okay. So how many steps to go up to the front door?
4.
Okay. All right.
And this is all wrought iron railing,
Oh, okay.
black wrought iron, all the way
Okay.
around. Then you'll have a sidewalk that comes around to the driveway.
Okay. Good. Okay.
I mean, you can take this one if you want. I'm just gonna call him and, get him to make the changes, 'cause I printed these off here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he emailed them to me and I printed this off here, so.
Oh, okay.
'Cause it won't take him but just a second, 'cause he's gonna have to change this foundation detail.
Okay.
And then what I'm gonna do is have him do a cover page
Okay.
that has I'm gonna get him to put the front elevation without all the stuff,
Okay.
on the front page, and then
Okay.
put new home, new residence for Lisa Tench,
Okay.
and then put us a signature block down
Okay.
here, and then we'll have a hard copy that's got all signatures on it.
Okay.
And then I have a color copier here, so I can color copy it.
Okay. So this is the only thing we need to agree, just right here.
Yeah, if that's where you want the stove, then I'll
Yeah.
tell him, make sure he puts it on the plans that wood burning stove gets reinstalled right there.
Okay. And, the bedroom are much bigger, they got me on the front.
Yep, we did that because,
More room in the back.
yeah, to make this bath a little bigger,
Okay,
and then to shift this down to match up with this,
okay. And so what color the cabinet's gonna be?
whatever you pick out.
Oh, okay. All right. Cherry, that cherry color, big cherry.
Just go to Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever, and find some cabinets you like,
I already got that.
and get them to get you a brochure that has it, and
Mhm.
we can staple that into both kitchen cabinets or this.
Okay. Okay, so I need to do that.
Yeah.
All right.
So, just get the brochure. Now, the paint, I would go, to the Sherwin-Williams place and get your paint color.
Okay.
We
But
have one
the,
up the street, right?
Mhm.
The kitchen cabinet, yeah, matter of fact, you gotta go past it to get to Lowe's. It's right there on the right.
Okay.
Well, they have one up the street from the hotel too.
No, this one is better.
Oh.
This,
Well, that one, the other one next to us is brand new.
Yeah, there's a brand new one sitting right there by the, across the street from Mount Zion Baptist.
yeah, but this guy had more of a selection, more brand of selection than that new store.
Whichever one, it don't matter.
Oh, okay.
Just make sure you get us color samples.
Okay.
Because I'm not just gonna give them a number. I'm
Okay.
gonna tell them, here's the color.
Okay. Give me a
Yeah, get the little, you say, I want this color,
Mhm.
then bring that back.
Okay.
Because we're gonna do it by bedroom. So get a color if for some reason a color in here is the same as a color in here, get
Mm.
2.
2. Okay.
So I can say, this is what's going in bedroom 2.
Okay. And this. Okay.
Because there's gonna be a color sample with each.
Okay. And then brick place. Well, I'm going for the brick.
There's a place, and I can't remember where it is.
Is it one in Fayetteville?
There's one over in Morrow, and I can't remember the name of it. Let me see if I'll get it from the chief. Of course. I tell you what, ask the Sherwin-Williams guy when you get there where it'd be a good place to go look at some brick choices.
Okay.
They'll know.
Well,
Honestly, I'm not even sure if Lowe's has residential brick
so I need
choices.
to do this before Wednesday.
Yeah. Because all this is going to have to be incorporated in the spec book, so it can go to bid.
Okay.
So,
So when I sign, I need to sign off on this before Wednesday too?
I'll have the plans back Monday morning.
Okay.
So what you'll need to do is, over the weekend, go get
The colors.
your paint color,
Okay.
cabinet color.
Okay.
Now that includes, you got to think about too.
The bathrooms.
If you just want plain white and white vanities in the bathroom.
Oh, I gotta get all that too.
Yeah. So, countertops, the whole 9 yards. So when you look at countertops, make sure you get one of them little samples.
Okay.
That shows what it is.
So now, do I need to go to,
You can get everything from Lowe's or Home Depot, whichever store you want, except for your paint and your brick.
okay,
Paint and brick needs to come from Sherwin-Williams, and the brick from wherever bricks come from.
okay,
But everything else, you can do all your color selection at Lowe's.
okay,
And then
okay.
just make sure, like I said, if a color overlaps
Mhm.
into another room,
Mhm.
get multiple sections. 'Cause what it'll do is I'll create a form that basically says, bedroom 1,
Mhm.
trim color,
Mhm.
font Sherwin-Williams,
Mhm.
lot number, da-da-da-da-da, and here's the color.
Okay. And I need to get the paint color that can wash same.
You need to eggshell finish. I'll put in there everything will be eggshell finish.
Oh, okay.
It's not shiny, but
Okay.
it's not flat either.
Okay.
That's what that is on the wall, eggshell.
Okay.
The reason you do that is if you're moving stuff in or you go down the hallway and you bump it,
Okay.
it'll wipe clean.
Oh, okay.
If it's a flat finish, it won't come off.
Okay.
But you don't want the gloss in it because then it looks real, it's got kind of a real shiny finish
And
to
then you
it.
can see all the dents.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
exactly.
Okay.
So,
All right.
painters don't like to use flat and they don't like to use glossy. They
Okay.
like to use either satin or eggshell.
Okay.
Eggshell is what I put in my house.
Okay.
And then you need to, your bathrooms will have linoleum in them or whatever's going in them.
Mine's in ham, but no.
Oh, that's right. You need to get ceramic tile for this. Pick out your linoleum for the kitchen, and then your hardwood color for the rest of the house. Is
I'm
dining
gonna go hardwood.
even in the kitchen?
Will you write this down?
Okay. Basically, just go through, get me flooring and walls. Everything goes on the floor. Everything goes on the wall.
Okay.
I think we can make a note of it so we can remember.
For me,
Yeah.
I just got a plan. I know exactly. I got to get all the colors, all the tiles for the bathroom, all the. They already know about the sinks and the toilet. I just need to do the color.
Yeah, the sinks and the toilet will be standard.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Did they get those handicap rails out the bathroom?
We'll put new ones in.
Oh. Oh, okay. We don't want that many.
They can't. That's up to you.
No, that was too many. I had one behind the toilet. What was it was serving?
That's where they go.
Behind the toilet?
One goes behind and one goes on the side. Just like you go into all commercial buildings, they're there. And the reason they do it is because some bathroom stalls, depending on when the building was built and how many stalls there are, not all of them are required to be 5 feet wide. Some of them you can have a narrower stall.
Okay.
And for the ones that do have the narrow one where the wheelchairs just come straight in, they put that one behind so they can pull themselves up.
Oh.
Because most people, once they get stood up, they can turn around.
Right.
That's why they put the one behind and on the side.
Oh, okay.
So that way when you come up, you can reach back and pull yourself up.
Oh, okay.
The standard code says that they go behind and on one side.
Okay. All right.
So that's why they did it.
Okay. Well, so you said I can have this one.
Yeah, you can take this one. That way you can kind of look and say, kind of keep an idea. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and call Robbie back and
Okay.
tell him this needs to be changed
Okay. And the wooden stove.
to a 10 by 12 covered.
So the house actually will be bigger. What 100 square feet is how big is that?
It's 10 by 20, 10 feet wide by 20 feet long.
It's pretty big.
Oh. That's what I'm saying. We got to be careful about how much extra stuff we throw because we've already made the house bigger than what was previously bid.
Okay.
So if it gets too big, then we're gonna have every eye in the world gonna be scrutinizing stuff. And,
They already looking now.
well, they looking, but
Ain't nothing they can do.
it ain't nothing. You know, there's nothing obvious.
Okay,
You know, we go jack the price up another 10 grand, and they're gonna whoop.
okay. Now, these here things here, do they gonna put those plastic ones back up? 'Cause I didn't ask for those.
Mhm.
They gonna be plastic?
They're
No.
PVC.
Okay, like the ones that was on the house this while ago?
Mhm. Why you don't want shutters?
No, yeah, but I'm saying those kinds that's on here, see, they come in different styles.
Mhm.
So do I go back with that style that they had on the house?
Put whatever you want.
Oh, okay, okay. I didn't like that style, 'cause they had some look better, didn't make the house look so, you know.
No, they'll put
Oh, okay.
whatever.
So, but I gotta make the colors of this here, or the colors that